Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chopper Fed Garage. My name's Brett. We make motorcycle and motorcycle related videos. Today I'm going to give you a Millennials approach to what Harley Davidson just did with their live launch for 2021. Let's roll that intro and let's get to talking. All right, so I don't know how many of you have had the chance to look into what Harley has come up with for 2021 yet or not, given their live event just went live today. But I thought I would go ahead and give you my reaction from a millennial's point of view. Now, the reason I'm bringing up my millennial point of view, I'm on the top edge of a millennial. I'm pretty much millennial / Gen X. I'm right there on the border. But due to classifications, I'm a millennial. So today, let's go ahead and dive deep into this live event that Harley Davidson put on. So when I signed up for this weeks ago, this live event, I thought there'd be some sort of liveness to it. When I was taken to the website after the countdown had finally ticked down, I was greeted with a 40-minute YouTube video. So during that YouTube video, it's like advertising, 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 selling your motorcycles, advertising, advertising, which I get. That's what the purpose of this is to do, is to try to excite a customer base. I thought they kind of did it in the wrong sort of way. I thought the opening intro was a little boring. I thought the CEO talking, he had brought up some good points. He spoke to the potential Pan America coming out later this year, but they didn't go into details. And then they took 15 minutes to talk about CVO models. So here's where my first gripe is. Again, I love Harley Davidson, don't get me wrong. This is just, again, an opinion piece, which probably gonna shoot me in the foot, but whatever. CVOs, and I feel like people my age, they don't jive. And to spend essentially the first 20 minutes of your 40-minute presentation not talking about something that is going to be part of your new customer base, I thought kind of was a mistake. Don't get me wrong, the CVOs are beautiful machines. I think they have a spot. I think people will buy those machines. But I found myself, being the millennial that I am, twiddling my thumbs, just waiting to go through it. I did discover I could click and drag myself through it, but I thought I would give it a fair and honest chance. The reason why none of that was important or drew me in was because I knew the price tag that was going to go along with it. I'm 38 years old. I'm not going to go out and spend $40,000 to $50,000 on a motorcycle. My Ford Edge ST doesn't even cost $45,000. Why will I pay for that for something on two wheels? I didn't get it. I'm not saying that the CVO is, again, not for everyone. There is a spot for it, but I thought they could either have put that somewhere else in the video, or maybe made it a little bit short in time. I mean, they went over every single CVO model they had, and it just got to the point where it's like starting to become redundant. Now, some of the cool things about the CVOs, though, while we are on the subject of them, is I do think those new cast lace wheels, I believe they're on the Road Glide, look phenomenal. I always love a good spoke looking wheel, but the problem with spoke wheels is they're generally softer and they are not as durable. But these being a cast spoke, I think would be really cool. I would love to somehow fit a pair of those on the Dyna, which I know is not going to happen, but I think they would look really, really awesome. So the other thing about the CVO that I thought was a little odd was the fact that the CVOs now come with a 117. And while yes, this is the biggest motor that Harley Davidson has ever put out, why didn't they put the 131 in there? It just makes more sense. If you're spending astronomical amounts of dollars on a product, why not go ahead and put the cream of the crop in there? Maybe they're feeling the 131 is too powerful for some people, but you could put the 131 in there and detune it. And if they really wanted all the juice from it, they could get it done. But I digress. You know, I'm sure there's a reasoning for it. Cost is something, but if you're already spending $45,000, if it's going to cost an extra $5,000 to put a 131 in there, have an extremely powerful motorcycle, why not just do it? Some of the other things that were announced with the live event here today was they are going back to the clutches of old. So some people are calling this a cop-out. Some people are saying it's a bad thing. Some are telling us it's a good thing. I honestly have no opinion on it. I'd love to get your feedback as far as if you've ridden both a new Harley Davidson and an old style one, which one you feel you have more clutch control with. I know with my 09 Dyna, I have plenty of clutch control. That's why I was kind of shocked when they changed it up. I know for a mechanical purpose, it probably is better on the new system, but you know, sometimes easier isn't always better. So the next thing I'll go on to is just some of the bike differences that I saw, at least the ones that kind of interest me, again, as the millennial in the room. I've always liked the Sport Glide. I've never actually ridden one, but I've always liked the concept of everything detachable. It's got inverted front forks. It's got a real good look to it, in my opinion. I know a lot of people say it's an okay bike. It's not something they would buy, and I get that. It's not going to be for everybody. But I do like the fact that the hard bags are now going to be paint matched. I didn't really see a big jump in price for that paint matching to come with it though, so that is also a bonus for the new Sport Glide. The downside to the Sport Glide, you're paying $18,000 for a 107 motor. Just don't understand why you're putting the 107 in that machine. Put a 114 in there, I think that would be a hot selling item. Maybe it's because it would compete too much with the Heritage, I don't know. But to me, 114 Sport Glide, I'd be down at the dealership almost literally the next day. The other good takeaway that I came across here today was the Street Bob and how it's going to have the 114 standard in it. I think this is a perfect move for Harley Davidson. It sets it apart even more so than the Softail standard, which came out last year. It gives you different paint choices. It gives you a 114, not for a lot more money. So while I thought last year that the Softail standard was the best bike that you could get, it was going to be your bare bones, for a couple grand more, just start with the Street Bob and work your way from there. Now granted, the Street Bob does still have the smaller tank, so you won't go as far, but you know, how far are we really going on our Harleys before we have to fill it up with gas anyway? The next thing that I'd like to talk about though is just the kind of overall disappointment in a live event. So when I'm thinking live event, I'm thinking one, live people, but then two, I'm thinking there's going to be some major announcement, something that's going to rock the motorcycling world. It didn't happen today. It probably will happen part of next month with the Pan America and with its own special launch. But I thought they could have incorporated it a little bit. I think I was holding out hope that maybe the Bronx was going to be a hidden surprise in gym and they were going to go ahead and pull the Bronx back out of the dead ashes and give me the bike that I've been wanting from Harley Davidson. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. So that's really about all I have for this video here today. I was really hoping, again, for some sort of major announcement. The fact that like Honda is coming out with their DCT transmissions, I thought maybe if they are trying to advance the technology side of Harley Davidson, maybe somewhere the DCT would come out. And maybe it is planned to come out, maybe with the new custom that has been rumored with the 1250 motor that's going to be the same as the Pan America. Maybe it's going to be part of that. Me personally, I don't need DCT transmission. I like my manual shifting. But there does come a time where the older generation, our vets who might have some sort of leg or arm disability, they could continue to ride if they had an automatic transmission. So I really do hope Harley is in the works of developing it. I think they've been developing it since 2014 though, so I'm not gonna hold my breath. Go ahead and drop your comments below. I'm sure I'm gonna take a little bashing on the whole CVO thing and not being overly excited from this event, but I'm not really mad or withdrawn from Harley Davidson. That's not what this is about. This is more like they could have done so much more with it. And maybe throughout the year they'll have more of these events and they will announce more things. I did think the videos, while they were I thought kind of boring to me, they were well put together as far as a cinematic point of view, which I can appreciate. So again, drop your comments below, let me know what you think, and as always, I will catch you on the next dark side, as this is the way. Drop your fit out. See ya.